Hey, this is Coach Mike Ryan, and today we're going to talk about really simply how when people are working on movements, they also need to consider the timing of the movements. So going to this bottom video here of Jose Altuve, and where he's at the peak of his leg kick right here. He's at the peak of his lift at this moment in time. So a lot of times when people get caught up with working on technique, they don't consider the timing of the technique. And this is important to be working together and blending this together. So at this moment in time where he's at the peak of his leg lift, you're going to notice where the pitcher is here, and that ball has not left his hand yet. Matter of fact, I'm going to play that back just a little bit further, and you can kind of get an idea. He's actually at the peak of his lift right about there, and that arm has not actually accelerated forward yet. So when we're looking at, you're looking at the same swing. You're looking at the same swing from two different angles. So before this ball leaves the hand, he's at the peak of his leg lift. So how we train this and how we look at this, we need to be at the peak of our load, no matter how your load is, or the peak of your weight shift before the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, if you're going to expect to hit high velocity guys. So from here, from this position, hitting becomes a reaction and an adjustment to the baseball. Okay, so we'll play that back again. So if you get him into this position before the ball leaves, now as the ball comes out, his eyes will do the work and allow him to react to the pitch and hit the baseball. So, and again, the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of times people get stuck here working on technique and working on how to swing, but what they're not doing is syncing up their technique on the timing of the movement. The timing of the movement, we see a common mistake, especially you can see it even in a batting cage, is when the arm is moving up and then forward, the hitter has not started his movement yet. This is a common mistake, and the hitter won't start his movement until the ball is coming out. This is a common mistake that gets made off pitching machines. Off pitching machines, ideally, what should happen is the hitter really should be at the peak of his load before the ball shoots out of the machine. And one of the reasons why hitters hate machines is because they wait till they see the ball out and then they start their movement. And that movement screws up their timing because they're trying to lift or stride and hit all at the same time. So getting the body in position to be in an athletic position, for many hitters that athletic position is on one leg, to be ready to react and see the pitch on time is a really important thing. So keep this in mind when you're working on technique, which is this is like your mechanical view down at the bottom. You've got to have a blend of working on timing the movements with your technique. And parents, here's a simple thing you could do at home without even throwing a baseball, is if your kid is working on his swing, just get in here and start simulating the arm moving so he learns how to dance with the pitcher's arm. So if you look at Altuve at the bottom, you'll notice the pitcher breaks his hands. As the arm starts to come up, his leg starts to come up. And that's where you want to get. You want to beat, in a sense, you want to beat him to release point, get there, and then simply see ball, react to ball from that position. If you're getting to this position, and everybody's load is different, we know that, but if you get to this position too late, it's going to be like a rush in order to hit the baseball, and you're not going to get your best swing off in time.